Hello there, welcome to the website of braintrain.be. Very nice to see you here. If it's okay with you, I'm going to share some information with the non-native speakers and I'm coming back to you in a second. Pour les visiteurs francophones, je vais vous demander de vous rediriger vers la page d'accueil de ce site web et de choisir votre langue de choix, le français, en haut à droite. Voor Nederlandstalige bezoekers, ik ga u vragen om even naar de homepage te gaan en daar rechtsbovenaan op de taalkeuze Nederlands te klikken. Right, here I am again. So happy to see you around here. Would it be okay for you that we get a bit acquainted? So if it's okay, I'm going to present a bit of myself to you. Long time ago, I studied psychology, but I never did anything with it. I just immediately jumped on the very first job that came along. Because I was young, wanted to be financially independent, so well, that's where you have to go then, to go work and to make sure that you get some money on the table. So that's when I started working in a sector I wasn't acquainted with at all, which is marketing and sales. But it was it triggered me. It was a very interesting job, a very challenging job, very rewarding at the same time. So I thought, well, you know what, this is going to be my career. Psychology was a nice thing to do, but now I'm going to put my focus on marketing and sales. The thing was, I didn't know anything about it, so I studied some extra marketing on top of my psychology studies, and I continued working in marketing, business to consumer, and afterwards I finished off as a market manager in a business-to-business environment. And it was in this very last job in the corporate world, where I worked for 8 years, where I encountered some strange things. I had in 8 years flat, I had 13 different managing directors and CEOs and 6 major reorganizations. And in fact, it was one of these reorganizations that was quite challenging, but on the other hand, it was really the biggest learning gain that I got in my career. It was the one where the managing director asked me, or obliged me, to make up a blacklist of 1 out of 2 people, 1 out of 2 co-workers, to get them fired. It was a huge reorganization, 600 out of 1,200 people were to be laid off. And now, after so many years, I can explain what happened. It was as if there was a huge distance, a huge gap between my values on one side and the behavior that they were demanding from me from the other side. So that created a huge tension and was for me immediately the first stepping stone towards the rest of my career. I followed some career counseling and it became really clear to me what I wanted to do. And this is the playground I'm talking about now to you. My real playground, the thing that really makes me happy, that keeps me thriving, is personal development. Personal development, changing ineffective, dysfunctional behavior into effective, functional behavior, and helping and assisting people in doing that. It is not so easy. I mean, just imagine that you would like to change your behavior. It's not so easy at all. And that's why I work on 2 different levels, what I call above water level as well as below water level. Above water level is where you have like the observable behavior, the one that you'd like to change. Just imagine you're a manager, you'd like to share some feedback with your coworker. Or you just want to make people respect your boundaries and you want to share some feedback on how they trespass your boundaries. Of course, you need to know the techniques, and that's what I would call above water level. You need to know the techniques, you need to know how to do that, how to share this feedback in order to get it across in a constructive way. That's one side. The second part, far more difficult, but also necessary if you want to change behavior, is below water level, where you're going to work on your fears, where you're going to work on your doubts, on your beliefs. Because your entire belief system is what keeps you in the dysfunctional or ineffective behavior. Just imagine that you're afraid to hurt the feelings of the people around you when you want to share some feedback about your boundaries. Or that the manager is a bit afraid of sharing feedback to his coworker because then the relationship, the work relationship, might be disturbed and might not be as nice as it was before. So these things need to be tackled as well. If you want to display some effective behavior, you need to tackle the fears and the beliefs underlying or underpinning the behavior. And that really is my playground. That is where I'd like to assist people and companies, both individually as well as in groups and teams, in order to adopt a new, more effective behaviour. The thing that really makes me tick is personal development, communication and leadership. And the main thing in changing behaviour in any of these fields is one binding underlying factor, which is raising your awareness. The moment you become more aware of the behaviour you want to adopt, the new one, the more effective one, and of the underlying beliefs and fears, that's the moment when you become more aware and you get more choice. You get more choice and freedom of choice. And that's the thing I'd love to help you with. So hopefully we meet again in real life. If you have any questions, if you need some more information, please feel free to contact me.